Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Grow and Glow, the place where stories remind you to breathe, to trust, and to live with peace instead of fear. Let me ask you a question. What would your life look like if you weren't afraid? Afraid of failing, afraid of being judged, afraid of losing what you have. Most of us don't truly live. We simply survive behind our fears. But what if fear was never your enemy, but your greatest teacher? Today's story will change the way you look at fear forever. The story, The Caged Bird. Once upon a time, there was a small bird who lived inside a golden cage. Every day, her owner would bring her food and water. She had everything she needed, except freedom. Outside her window, she could hear the wild birds singing in the open sky. She envied them, but also feared what was beyond the bars. What if I fall? She thought. What if I don't know how to survive? So, she stayed where it felt safe. The cage was her comfort and her prison. One morning, as the owner was cleaning, the door of the cage accidentally opened. For a moment, the bird froze. The sky stretched endlessly before her, blue, vast, and full of possibilities. Her heart pounded. Freedom was right there. But fear whispered louder. It's dangerous out there. Stay where you are. So she stepped back, and the door slowly closed again. The turning point days passed, but that one moment, the glimpse of freedom, haunted her dreams every night. Then one evening a storm hit. Thunder roared, lightning flashed. The cage shook violently until the door broke open again. This time, the bird didn't hesitate. She leapt, wings trembling, heart racing, into the storm. The wind was wild. Rain soaked her feathers. She almost fell. But then, something miraculous happened. Her wings caught the wind. She began to fly. Through the chaos, through the fear, through the storm, she flew higher than she ever thought possible. And when morning came, the storm was gone. The sky was calm. And for the first time, she felt peace. Not safety, but peace. Life Lessons 1. Fear isn't meant to stop you. It's meant to wake you. Fear shows up right before growth. It's not the wall, it's the door. 2. Comfort isn't peace. What feels safe may quietly be your cage. 3. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite it. 4. Freedom requires trust. You'll never know how high you can fly until you take that first leap. 5. Every storm is a test. It may shake you, but it also opens doors you never dared to touch. Years later, that same bird built her nest on a tree by the sea. Every morning, she watched the sunrise and sang songs of freedom, songs the caged birds could hear from afar. When one young bird asked, "Weren't you ever afraid to leave your cage?" She smiled softly and said, "Of course I was. But I realized fear isn't there to stop you. It's there to show you where your wings are waiting." She looked up at the endless sky and whispered, "The moment you stop running from fear is the moment you start to truly live." Thank you for listening to this story on Grow and Glow. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like, comment, and share it with someone who needs to be reminded that they already have wings. They just need to trust them. And don't forget to subscribe to Grow and Glow for more motivational and healing stories every week. Because when you let go of fear, you don't just grow, you glow.